What is going on YouTube? Welcome back to another video. My name is Bryce Dettorre, and in today's video I'm going to be talking about my Spartan Shred. So Spartan Shred, this is something that I just came up with the other day, and it stemmed from something I posted on my social media. I posted my 8-week transformation for those of you guys who have not been following the channel and are new to the channel. Well, first of all, if you're new, make sure you're subscribed. Make sure you like, because it's the right thing to do. But secondly, I am currently training for my Spartan Sprint. So 8 weeks ago, I decided, hey, I was a little fluffy, aka fat, and I wanted to lose some weight. So I've been working at it for the past 8 weeks, and I decided to post my transformation photo on my Instagram, which was this. And I didn't realize that a lot of people were going to ask me questions about it. And the reason why I posted it is because I'm about to start a new 8-week challenge, so I figured I would show my before and after and then let people know that they could join me for this challenge. Well, it sparked a lot of interest. It sparked a lot of questions. And a lot of those questions were really good questions that I know a lot of people are struggling with. So I decided to give the people what they want, and I figured I'd answer all those questions and exactly what I did over the past 8 weeks in order to, at the time I posted the video or the picture, I dropped, I want to say 17 pounds, I believe it was. I weighed in today at 195, which today is April 4th, and I started that. So I started my weight loss and I was weighing at about 214 when I started. So right now I'm almost at 20 pounds lighter than what I was when I started. My goal for my race day, which is April 15th, is to be at 194 so that I'm 20 pounds lighter. My goal is to look like Leonidas as I cross that finish line, so I'm trying to drop some weight. But what I wanted to do, because a lot of people are obviously going to try to get in shape because we are basically 8 weeks out from summer and everybody's talking about doing a summer shred, but I figured we'd do something different because, you know, the motto on this channel, don't be average. I'm not going to do what the average person does. We're going to do what's called the Spartan Shred, aka get ready for a Spartan race, because this is my first race out of the trifecta that I will be chasing this year. So anyway, first thing, let's get into, I'm gonna, in this video, break down everything that played a part in this 8-week transformation and hopefully break it down to you, answer all your questions, and get you guys ready to do the Spartan Shred yourself. So again, like I said, I got asked a lot of questions, but I would say there's probably 8 questions that are very important and like the key ingredients and key factors that I'm gonna focus on in this video, because if I focused on all the questions, it would be like a 45-day video, and no one wants to watch that. So it's going to be a shorter video covering the 8 topics. So question number 1, the one that I got asked most frequently, was what split did I use? And it's funny because when the people that asked this question, I just referenced them to go to my YouTube channel because I have a video that breaks down my entire split. But I will explain to you guys what my split was. So the current split that I have been doing for the past 3-4 weeks, I currently work out, I was gonna say 8 days a week. I currently work out 8 days a week. I don't know how I do it, but I do it. I currently work out 7 days a week. I do have no days off. I don't recommend that for everybody, but I'll explain to you why I broke it up that way and why it works for me. So Sunday is push, chest, shoulders, and triceps. Monday is pull, back and biceps. Wednesday is legs. Did I forget a day? I sure did. Tuesday is legs. Legs, that's what you work out. Wednesday I do shoulders. Thursday I do chest and back. Friday I do arms. And then Saturdays is a hero WOD workout or leg day, depending on how I'm feeling. So again, that is a 7-day split. If you are just starting out, I would not recommend to start a 7-day split. Obviously, I've been doing this for about over 15 years now, so my body's adjusted to it. And also, if you were taking notes during this video, which I highly recommend, I do not hit a body part within 48 hours. So if I hit chest, I don't hit chest again until 48 hours later. Research shows that 48 hours is pretty much what you need to avoid overtraining and then obviously leading to injury. So I created this workout plan specifically to get me ready for the Spartan race, but also to the point that I could hit every body part twice and then get me ready without overtraining. So that is my split. And then when it comes to the actual weight, another thing, side note, that why I don't overtrain is if you watch my videos, I'm probably the weakest fit person you'll ever meet. I do not lift heavy. I do not have an ego. I do this stuff because I absolutely love doing it, and I do whatever is going to allow me to do it for a very long time. That's why I am not very strong. So 7-day split is what I used for the past 8 weeks. The second question that I got asked a lot, other than what my workout split looked like, it was how much cardio did I do? And this kind of depends. Obviously, it depends on what your goals are. I'm training for a 5K, which is a Spartan Sprint, which is a 5K, 3 miles, and it's 20 obstacles. I've done one before, so I kind of know what it does, but I'm trying to beat my time from last year. So my cardio plan is going to look a little bit different than someone who is just trying to lose body fat. But again, I'm just telling you what I did. So Sundays were just a walk on the treadmill. Basically 45 minutes walk on the treadmill. I would always do it after my workout. So after my push-pull, whatever I was working out, I would hop on the treadmill and walk for 45 minutes at an incline. On Mondays, it called for a tempo run. So it was some type of speed work, but again, it always equated to about 45 minutes. If it was I was running for 3 miles and I finished my 3 miles and that's all my training called for, then I would walk at an incline for the rest of the 15 minutes. My Tuesdays were always just an easy run, so it might be 2 miles, 3 miles, whatever. But again, I had to at least do 45 minutes of cardio. So whatever time I was done running, the leftover time that would get me to 45 minutes, that's what I'd be walking. Wednesdays was dedicated 45 minutes walking at an incline. Thursday was basically incline jogging or incline easy run. So whatever my training called for, I'd try to throw in some inclines, which was done on the treadmill. Friday was an easy run. So it might just be 2 miles, 3 miles. Again, I had to do at least 45 minutes. And then Saturdays were always my long runs. Now, as for when I did the cardio, because a lot of people ask that, do you do it in the morning? Is it fasted? Is whatever. My workouts and my cardio all took place at the same time every single morning, which was 3 o'clock. And it was always lifting and then cardio after. I prioritize cardio after because again, I got into working out because I wanted to get strong. So I like to prioritize the strength training first and then the cardio session after. However, what I did start implementing as for my cardio that I really think made the difference in losing weight is I started paying attention to my daily step count. So right now my daily step count is up to 20,000 steps a day. So every single day I try to hit my 20,000 steps. At the very beginning it was like 10,000 steps. During the middle I basically upped it to about 15,000 steps. These past 2 weeks I've been hitting 20,000 steps a day. That has been making a huge difference when it comes to the amount of calories and just constantly moving throughout the day has really helped out. And that is something everybody could do. So when it comes to cardio, I would definitely be tracking how much you're moving. Because even if you run 3 miles in the morning, that's really only maybe like 3,000, 4,000 steps if you're lucky. But then if depending on what you do for a living, if you're just sitting behind a desk, 3,000 steps is what the average person does every single day. In order to see weight loss and burn through fat, again, walking's not very taxing on your body. It's pretty easy. You do it regardless. You do it pretty much every single day. So adding in an extra 3,000 steps is not gonna tax your nervous system and make you super sore and possibly lead to injury because you're just walking. So second thing, cardio, you definitely have to have it, but it doesn't have to be crazy running like I've been doing. It could be something as easy as walking every single day and trying to hit a step count. What I would recommend if you're just starting out and you have a iWatch or something that tracks it, see what you do on average, and whatever that is, double it. Double it for a week or two and see if it's helping towards your weight loss. As your body gets adjusted to that, then I would increase it by 3,000, 4,000, 5,000, whatever it is. Constantly increase your steps. I'm not going to go over 20,000. I don't need to hit that much, but I like where I'm sitting at with 20,000 steps a day. All right, so third component, which is a key, probably more important than the other two, which really comes down to nutrition. People asked, what diet did I do? I've done them all. I've said this before on my channel before. I've done vegan, keto. I haven't done carnivore. I've done intermittent fasting. I've done carb cycling. I've done them all. My favorite that I feel gives me the most flexibility and something I can maintain for a very long time is carb cycling. Carb cycling I'm a huge fan of just because you can switch up your days. You can pick out a couple templates of a high day, low day, medium day, and then they switch those up throughout the weeks. What I don't like, I'm not saying they don't work, but what I don't like about like intermittent fasting, vegan, vegetarian, any of that is like I have to do it every single day, and it's pretty much the exact same meal plan. What I like about carb cycling is once I know my macros and my maintenance calories, which you got to figure that out first, figure out what your maintenance calories is, and then you could adjust them accordingly. So what I did for my nutrition, try to bear with me, try to follow me. You might have to take some notes. In order for me to lose weight, I would have to be consuming 2,300 calories every single day. Okay, so if I had 2,300 calories every single day and I ate that for 7 days a week, I'd lose 1 pound of body fat. If you take 2,300 and you times it by 6 or by 7, because there's 7 days, I come out with 16,100 calories in a week, which means if I eat that in a week, I will lose body fat. That's how I'm able to adjust it. So on my low days, I'm only consuming 2,000 calories. I got 3 low days a week. So there's 6,000 calories right there. And then on my medium days, I'm consuming my medium. When I say medium, I'm referring to medium calories and medium carb. When I say low calorie, it's low carb. So on my low carbs, I think I'm at like 60 carbs a day. At my medium, I'm basically doubling that. So it's like 180 carbs a day. That's not doubling, that's like tripling. So I basically get it up to about 180 carbs. And then on my high carb days, that's my highest calorie and highest carb. So low carb and low calorie day, I got 2,000 calories and only like 60 grams of carbs. On my medium carb day, I got 2,300 calories, 180 carbs. I got 2 medium days. And then on my 2 high carb day, high calorie day, my calories go up to 2,700 calories. And I think it's like 320 grams of carbs. So it's a very high carb day. But if you average that out and you add all those together and everything, my total calories for the week are 16,100. So it allows me to have flexibility. Now for the past 3 weeks, I have worked out every single day and I have not had a single cheat meal. And the reason why is because I'm able to basically like plan accordingly. So my high carb days are obviously on the days I do my long runs, my leg day. My medium carb days are usually the day prior to that, and then my low carb days I just fill in. But I could switch it up. If I knew that it was gonna be like a busy weekend where I'm gonna be around a lot of people, I could put my 2 high carb days on that day and then move around the other days. So I like the flexibility of carb cycling. That is what I did for my 8-week challenge, and that's what I'm gonna be doing for this next 8-week challenge to see how shredded your boy can get. If I can get down to 190, that'd be kind of crazy, because that's like 24 pounds of fat that I lost. And that's another thing. When I posted this picture and I told people, when I looked the first way, I told people I'm trying to lose weight, and people were like, oh, why are you trying to lose weight? You look fine. And it's crazy because it just goes to show you that there's always room for improvement. I mean, that was 14 pounds of fat, 17 pounds of fat that I basically lost, that I would have never thought of. Like, my goal was to get to 200. I'm like, oh, if I get to 200, I'll be good. I've been 200 before. Well, I was 200 when I was like 26 years old, so that's 5 years ago. I looked a lot different. My body composition was a lot different. So I'm excited to get down to like 192. 192 might be the new like 200 for me. I may not be able to hold 200 because that's not where my fighting weight is at. Okay, next question that I got asked was, did I take anything? Like, what kind of supplements did I take? So I take a couple different supplements. The supplements that I take, obviously I take a pre-workout. So during the 8 weeks, I was all about Project One. I'm still taking Project One. I like that, especially because it's my early morning workout. So it has 350 milligrams of caffeine, so it definitely gets you going. And then it has the beta-alanine, the BCAAs. It has everything basically in a pre-workout that I need. And then I also mix that with Intra-Formance, which is a carb powder, which if you work out like early in the morning where you're fasted, carbs are gonna help you with a little bit of energy and then even a little bit of pump. So it's only 100 calories, but it's just enough to get me through my strength session and then my cardio session. As for post-workout, I was doing Formula One for a while, and then I started taking their Vegan Pro, which I absolutely love just because of the flavor profiles. I've had French toast, which was absolutely delicious, and then oatmeal cookie I just started having, and that one's bomb. I stopped taking Formula One just because the last flavor that I had from Formula One was like Fruit Loops. Wasn't really a big fan of that one. And I want to try all their flavors. But I do like the vegan ones. So I've taken that for post-workout along with my Micro Factor, which is basically a multivitamin, going to give me all my micronutrients I need. And then I also take a collagen so that I have nice skin, hair, joints, all that good stuff. And then later on throughout the day, I'll take my level 1 protein, which I always mix this with Greek yogurt. It's a perfect like afternoon snack to hold me over until dinner time. But those are the only supplements that I took for this entire prep. I'm going to be taking those for the following 8 weeks for the Spartan Shred. If you guys are interested in taking any of those supplements, I'll link them all in the description below. Obviously, if you buy them from the links below, that supports the channel, it supports me, and I greatly appreciate it. Next thing, people ask, well, if you're working out 7 days a week and you're waking up at 2:30 or 3 o'clock in the morning, when do you rest? Okay, when it comes to rest and recovery, I obviously put those hand in hand. Rest, I get asked this a lot, what time are you in bed? I'm usually in bed by 8:30, 9 o'clock at the latest, and then I'm up at, depending on the day, if it's Tuesday, Thursday, I wake up at 2:30 in the morning. If it's every other day of the week, I wake up at 3 o'clock in the morning. If I get to bed at 9 and I wake up at 3, I'm pretty solid. That's 6 hours of sleep, I'm fine. I try to get 8, we'll go to bed at 8 just so I get 7. And then when it comes to recovery, I've definitely taken that a lot more serious. I stretch every day. I come home from work for about 20 to 25 minutes, and then as soon as I am done with that, I foam roll, use the So-Right massage gun, depending on what it is, and I'll do that for about another 20-25 minutes. So I'm basically doing some type of recovery, mobility or something as soon as I get home from work. And then I listen to my body. I've been feeling good. I haven't been feeling tired. I haven't been feeling overworked. Until I feel that way, I don't plan on, taking a huge rest or anything like that. But listen to your body, and then obviously making sure that you're doing the stretching and the mobility. One thing that really helped me out for this prep, or for the last 8 weeks, that I think was a game changer when it came to making me see better results than I've gotten in the past, is I tracked everything. I made a video where I showed you guys my OCD Google Sheets that I made that basically broke down every day what I was doing, whether it was core day, leg day, whatever, and then I even broke down the calories I burnt, the steps I did for that day, and then my current weigh-in for that day. I tracked all my running workouts, and then basically at the end of the week, I thought of it as like a science. Like if I didn't lose weight, I tracked all of it so I could literally look back and see, okay, why did my weight fluctuate? Oh, I had a cheat meal that day, or oh, I had a lot of water, oh, I didn't hit my meals, and it just made it more science-based than like the guessing game. And what I said in one of my previous videos is I started weighing myself every single day. I used to just weigh myself on Saturdays, but weighing myself every day and then tracking that every week, I would be able to basically see, okay, on Wednesday and Thursday, that's when I'm going to start seeing the drop off, and then come Saturday, I'm going to take an average of the whole week, and this week I should drop 2 pounds. And I tracked it. Every Saturday I'd look back, okay, I only lost a pound and 1.8 pounds this week. Why? What exactly happened? And I'd go back to the day and try to remember it. Obviously, it's like OCD. You don't have to be that serious. But again, people were asking me what I did, and this is what I did. And honestly, it kind of made it fun because I started getting very excited to like wake up and step on the scale and then look back and track, see how many steps I did yesterday and calories. And I enjoyed it. I really was enjoying the process. I'm still enjoying the process. And I think that's what's allowing me to keep doing this every single day. Now, when it comes to this, a lot of people like have this mentality like, oh, it must be nice for you because you're able to do all this. And what I want to explain, I don't want to come off rude or anything, but what you need to realize is everybody in their life has stuff going on. Everybody in their life can make excuses of why they can't do this. And this next part might frustrate some people. Let me just explain it to you. So I wake up at 3 o'clock every single day, right? I work out 7 days a week. That's cardio and a strength session. And then I do core 3 times a week. And my rest of my life, I am not just a person who works out every single day and focuses on my calories and weight loss and anything like that. As you can tell from where my environment, I am a teacher. So I teach 5 days a week for special education in high school. That is not my only role. When I get home, I am also a husband, a father, and then I'm currently a student. I'm going to school right now to get my master's degree. What I've realized when it comes to this, I guarantee there's people out there that have way more on their plate than me and way more roles and being pulled more places than I'm doing, okay? Again, I'm just speaking from what helped me. What I realized is if I could get all this done prior to my other roles starting, because this is a role, I have an 8-week transformation. This is a role that I have to get into where it's like, that is fitness and I need to get in shape and whatever. I need to become a Spartan. That was one of my roles. I compartmentalize all my roles. So when I'm a teacher and I clock in at 8:15 and I leave at 3:20 in the afternoon, for that entire time, my focus is goal-oriented towards teaching. When I get home from now it's 3:45 to until I go to bed, it is husband/father, and that is all that matters. I'm not, focusing on my fitness. I'm not focusing on school. I'm not focusing on any work. I'm not focusing on any of that. It's that. Okay, well, I still got other roles. I got to do the Spartan, and then I also got to do the student. Okay, where do I fit those in? I either have to go to bed super late or I have to wake up super early because I just compartmentalized everything. I'm not going to mix them. So what works best for me is if I wake up at 2:30, that allows me to get all my Spartan roll, shred training done. And then as soon as I finish that, I'm able to get to work an hour early, which now I'm able to do the student role before I even have to clock into the teacher role. And then when I get done with the teacher role, I go into the father-husband role, and now everything's met. I'm a huge believer about balance. Everybody could do it. I hate when people say like, oh, it must be nice. Like people used to say that to me when I wasn't married. Oh, it must be nice to be single. You could do all that. Oh, it must be nice. When I didn't have a daughter, it was, oh, it must be nice because you don't have a daughter. And they always say that, and people are always going to say that. But I heard Cameron Haynes say it one time, and it made me like think like, how much can I put on my plate before people stop saying must be nice? And that's just something I take like personally, and it's kind of like motivation. But what I'm trying to say is compartmentalize it. Once you realize, hey, I want to lose weight, I want to get in better shape, compartmentalize it and make it a priority in your life, just like you do with your job, your family, your other roles. Because I guarantee you have roles right now, and those are prioritized. So if you're trying to lose weight and look a certain way, like I wanted to make this a priority. I put that role at the very beginning of the day before it couldn't even affect any of my other roles. At 3 o'clock in the morning, I can't be at school. I can't be working. I can't be making money. I can't be doing my job. At 3 o'clock in the morning, my wife and daughter are not even awake, so I can't do any of those roles. So there's only 2 other roles I could do at that time. My Spartan role, my fitness role, and my education role. And that's when I take those. So figure out how you can balance yours for the next 8 weeks. And if you put that role at a priority, I recommend it early in the morning. That's just me. Then you have that balance, and all your other roles will thrive just as much as this one. And the last one, this is like my little key point that I'm just throwing at you guys, because people were asking like, what made you want to do that? Why, how do you stay motivated? What motivated you? Personally, I could try and make it sound all super cool and like dope. At the end of the day, that I just got I saw myself. I looked back on my old Spartan races of when I was trying to get into shape and look like Leonidas. And I realized, I think I ran my beast at, I think I was like 210. And I looked at the pictures and I didn't like it. I'm like, in my mind, that doesn't look like a Spartan. I don't look like a superhero. I don't look like Captain America. Like, that's not how I want to look when I finish the race. And then I looked back on my sprint and I looked back on the super, and I was like, man, I went into a deficit and I wanted to lose weight, but I knew I wasn't willing to like put in the work. And I thought I was okay with that, but looking back, I'm like, no, I want to actually see what I can push myself to. So the main thing is I really wanted to get in shape for these races. And then about halfway through the process, I started actually seeing results. And that really motivated me. If you can drop like 10 pounds and you start paying attention to yourself because you're tracking everything, that's huge motivation. So once I got to 10 pounds, I'm like, wait, what would happen if I lost another 4 pounds? Okay, well, that's only like 2 more weeks. I could lock it in. I could do that for 2 more weeks. And then that's what kind of started compounding. But right now what's motivating me is I got a race in 2 weeks. I really want to look a certain way. And also now that I'm 20 pounds lighter, running's a lot easier. I didn't realize that. I didn't put 2 and 2 together, but when you wear a weighted vest, everybody hates running in a weighted vest. Why? Because you have 20 pounds on. No one wants to put 20 pounds on. But I was thinking like, man, if I took off 20 pounds that's already there, that obviously would make me run faster and be easier. So that's another reason why I wanted to lose weight, is so I could improve my race time. And then at the end of the day, I really just want to see what I could push my body to. And once I get to, right now, I think I'm by race day, I should be 194 pounds. And I've been taking pictures every single week and seeing. I'm thinking 194 is where I'm going to be comfortable and where I want to maintain. If it's not, I'll see if I can get to 192. It may even be 190. What I'm thinking about right now, though, is I want to get to a weight where I always feel comfortable with my shirt off and like how I look with my shirt off. You guys know who've been following this channel, I have always been obsessed with superheroes. If you can't tell, to the point where I've always wanted to look like one. And like, I'm just obsessed with superheroes and action heroes, and like, I like that. Like, I just want to, even when I watch 300, I'm like, dude, I want to freaking look like that like, and now it's to the point I like the way I'm feeling. So if I get to 190 and I love the way I look and I love the way I feel, then my ultimate goal, and this is going to be like the test, so I'm not even, once I get to my weight, I'm not done. The test is I want to be able to maintain that. That's something I've always struggled with. I've never been able to maintain my goal weight. So my goal with this is to get to whatever weight that is and whatever look that is, because right now I'm tracking the scale, but it's more about like how I look and feel. Whatever weight that is, my goal is to now be able to incorporate a cheat meal or a cheat day, but yet still hit my goals and still maintain that. What I don't want to happen, which has happened in the past, I hit my goals and then I go on vacation, and then when I come back, I kind of lighten up and I don't track anything, and then it spirals, and then before you know it, I'm back up to 210, 214. That is not my goal. My goal is to basically, by the time I'm done with this, summer will be started. So my goal is by the end of the summer to look the exact same as I did at the beginning of the summer. Meanwhile, through that time, I went on vacations and I hung out with family and I did certain things. I went to birthday parties and stuff like that where I ate a certain way, but I still was able to look a certain way. If I could do that, then I know I'm good, and I could do this for a lifetime. So that is realistically my goal for the end of this Spartan Shred, is to get to the weight, but also be able to maintain it for the rest of my life. That's my goal. To look a certain way, maintain it, and feel a certain way for the rest of my life. That's my goal for the Spartan Shred. But anyway, guys, that's about wraps up this video. I don't want to go in too much detail, but again, I will put the link to the app, because if you guys want to join this challenge for the next 8 weeks, one thing I love about First Phorm is they're always putting different challenges on. They just started their 8-week challenge. By the time you guys watch this video, it will probably be too late to sign up and possibly win the money. However, if you are interested in getting in shape in the next 8 weeks, basically by summer, you could use the link below. You could basically download the app. I would be your one-on-one coach as long as you use the link I put below. If you go to a different link, then I'm not going to be your one-on-one coach. But if you want me as your one-on-one coach, click the link below and we can basically get started on this. I will help you, and then if you have any more questions about what exactly to do, whether it's nutrition, fitness, cardio, something like that, just let me know and we could do this together. Again, my goal right now, I weighed in at 195 this morning. My goal is to possibly get to 190 and see what I look like and then maintain it. So I don't know about you guys, but I am very excited for this Spartan Shred. It actually might be like a series that I do every time around this year. Instead of doing the summer shred like everybody else, I might make this a series where every summer at about this time you could count on, hey, we're gonna do our Spartan Shred, and this is what we're trying to accomplish. I don't know, I'm still thinking about it. Comment below if you want to do a Spartan Shred, like have this be a series, or comment below if you're going to do the Spartan Shred with me so we can get in some serious shape. And if you guys aren't, make sure you guys follow my Instagram, because I do post a lot more. I post every single morning what I'm doing. I know a couple of you guys have reached out, said the consistency is helping you guys. So if you need that consistent motivation of waking up or getting your workout in or whatever, make sure you follow the Instagram, because I do post every single day on that. And then I post on YouTube once a week, every Sunday at noon. But that is about it, guys. And if you guys are new to the channel, you don't know the motto, so let me explain the motto. The motto here, stay happy, stay healthy, and above all, don't be average. Now let's go get shredded.